What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Marlo, and we are doing our first YouTube videos. I just got through doing one about the truth about Democratic Party. Now we doing one on Barack Obama smoking crack and having sex. Got to see truth that they got behind it. Get it?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. So Tucker Carlson is out on a one-man tour de force to tell the truth. That's it. There are no more lawyers. There are no more corporations. There's no more publicly traded board of directors that are going to come down upon him and take away his time slot if he speaks the truth. And it is a righteous, incredible thing to see. Tucker Carlson is exposing everyone, exposing all of the things he wished he could have said on his program. Like this, ladies and gentlemen. Tucker Carlson claims Obama used to smoke crack and enjoy gay sex, but nobody dares report on it ahead of the 2008 election. This is the top of the Daily Mail right now, the most read website in the world. If you don't believe that this is causing insane panic right now inside of the regime, oh baby.
And what made me want to react to this video so much is because I didn't heard this so many times. Like I didn't heard it and heard it and heard it and heard it. So I want to just see it from other people's opinion and see what other people got to say about it.
Got a bridge to sell you in Alaska. Tucker Carlson claims Barack Obama enjoyed smoking crack, having gay sex. Nobody talked about it because they all wanted access to the Obama administration. Now, Tucker Carlson makes these claims and says these things. These were the claims that were made back in 2008. By a guy named Larry Sinclair when Obama was running for the his first election. Larry Sinclair is the guy who smoked crack and had sex with Barack Obama. He got a lawyer. He said this. He signed a sworn affidavit and said, "This is what happened to me." And this is my story. And you need to know this about a guy who claims he wants to become president because he's lying to you. Well, nobody took him seriously, but maybe they should have. What have we learned in the last couple of weeks? Well, according to the authoritative Obama biographer, a man named David Garrow, a guy who is hardly a Republican and by the way, I cannot encourage you enough to read this article at Tablet Magazine, hardly a MAGA hat wearing America Firster, David Garrow is a liberal and he's somebody who admires Barack Obama. But David Garrow straight up says all of Barack Obama's life is a lie. All of it is a manufactured lie. That Barack Obama did fantasize about sleeping with men. David Garrow straight up says it. Again, this is Barack Obama's biographer. Now, Barack Obama says this in his own hand, saying effectively to his ex-girlfriend, "I make love to men daily," but in the imagination. He says this in a letter. Nobody has questioned the authenticity of this letter. There is the letter for you on screen. Now, why does this matter? Well, I mean, it doesn't actually, as it pertains to Barack Obama's personal life. As Tucker Carlson said, he can like dudes, that's his business. But what matters is the machine that is set up around Barack Obama to lie for him. That everything about the Obama administration and the preceding administrations, which is this Biden is Obama's third term, all of this, everything that we're living through is this Obama regime. The absolute destruction of our nation is happening because of this man's lies. Baby, maybe it's time for us to start learning the truth. And this is what Tucker Carlson says in a recent interview. Check this out.
Everybody I knew, the world I lived in Northwest DC, like everyone works either directly for the government or is a parasite on government effectively, including people I love and know really well. And the media is too, by the way. I mean, the media is reporting on government, but it's also dependent on government. In 2008, it became really clear that Barack Obama had been having sex with men and smoking crack. And a guy came forward, Larry Sinclair, and said, "I'll sign an affidavit." And he did. "I'll take a lie detector." And he did. "I smoked crack with Barack Obama and had sex with him." Well, that was obviously true. Nobody reported it, not because they were squeamish about sex or drugs, but because the Obama campaign said anyone who reports on this gets no access to the Obama campaign. And so they didn't report on it. So that happens. That's just one small example, but that happens all the time with lots of different issues.
Now,
And
do you believe that transpired, or do you believe the guy is legitimate, or both?
Oh, the Larry Sinclair story? Oh, that definitely happened. Oh, for sure. I mean, I've talked to Larry Sinclair about it, and definitely it happened. I mean, Larry Sinclair's been in and out of prison during one period. I mean, 40 years ago, he was in and out of prison. He's got a criminal record by definition. He's, poor. He's got a disordered life. He's missing a tooth. Like, he's not, an Atlantic fellow. He's not going to the Aspen Ideas Festival. I think he has a record of deception. Obviously, he does. But this story, if you listen to it in detail, is clearly true. I mean, I'm going to do an interview with him and you can hear it. And again, it's not going to change the world that Barack Obama likes dudes. I think this was well known. Barack Obama said so himself in a letter to his girlfriend. And by the way, that's kind of Barack Obama's business. I'm not attacking him for.
Like I said, when he said that it's kind of well known, I feel like everybody didn't heard it, or it came across everybody that Barack Obama didn't slept with men before. So, like I said, that's the reason why I wanted to react to this video. Like, I feel like it's true.
Dudes, I'm just saying the amount of lying in the media about it.
And the reason why I kind of feel like it's true, because, you get so many times where people come out and say that you done slept with men, to where, it got to be true.
Was unbelievable. Like, people knew this was true, and it was quite obviously true at the time. And people who covered the campaign didn't say anything about it because they didn't want to lose access to the campaign. And that happens all the time up and down government. So it's almost like if you have a housekeeper, you think, she works for me. But if you have a housekeeper long enough, you realize, well, you actually work for her, and you get caught up in her dramas. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's a weird dynamic where you switch places with people.
And by the way, fire her abruptly and she'll write a tell-all book about Tucker at home.
That's exactly right. And, we don't even have a full-time housekeeper. So, like, that's not going to be an issue for me. But the point is, you think you're holding government accountable, but actually they're controlling you. That's really the dynamic in Washington. But, you're living in the soup, and it's hard to see it at work. And this is a long way of saying the conclusions I've reached are middle-aged conclusions. And that's a lot of it. Right. It's just that I've gotten older, and you can't see certain things when you're younger. And it's like young people, you'd think they'd be the most open-minded of all. They're the least open-minded because they're afraid of the future. So they want to believe whatever storyline they've been fed is true. Like, the only problem with America is white supremacy, and, like, our tax system is fair, and Kennedy was assassinated by a lone gunman, or whatever. They don't want to face, like, the terrifying unknown and complexities of the actual world we live in, the reality of life, which is like, we have no freaking idea what's going on, actually. They don't want to admit that.
So, whoa. Okay. This is Tucker Carlson just spitting hot bars, speaking the truth and saying that every reporter would not report on something they knew was happening, something they knew was true, because they wanted access to Barack Obama's administration and because they were Democrats and they knew that it would hurt him, because nobody likes a liar. And so now every single thing that we are living in right now, the consequences of the media being incapable of asking these questions and exposing these lies about Barack Obama. You can see here's a wonderful example. I mean, again, this is Barack Obama's own hand writing about his fantasies with having sex with men every single day. Again, I make love to men daily in the imagination. What's behind the right to Obama's gay conspiracy? Writes The Nation. The wing's nuttery gay baiting is not just a fringe phenomenon. It's part of a Republican tradition. They call it the conspiracy, and if they call it a conspiracy, well, then, ladies and gentlemen, maybe it's time that you start asking what's true and what's not. How many conspiracies have come true over the last couple of weeks, months, years? I mean, it's like the conspiracy theorists are running up the scoreboard. Tucker Carlson, Obama's personal pleasures. He said in 2008, it became really clear that Barack Obama had been having sex with men and smoking crack. A guy came forward, Larry Sinclair. Well, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Sinclair has gone on the record in multiple interviews. I know people who know him well. And he said that there was retaliation by the Biden family. Oh, it gets better. By Beau Biden himself. For the breaking of this story to the public. For Larry Sinclair coming forward. People wound up dead, he said. Check out this long forgotten interview from Dinesh D'Souza.
Driver that I was looking for someone to enjoy the night with. The introduction was made through the limo driver.
And what happened?
We had a few drinks. I had made some comments about wanting Coke, so we got in the limo and left, and we started drinking. I started snorting. He started smoking. I actually put my hand on his knee and started to rub up his thigh, and I performed oral sex on Barack Obama. The following day, I actually get a knock on my hotel room door in Gurnee, Illinois, only to find Barack Obama standing in front of it. He had actually come back for seconds. I performed oral sex on him in the hotel room at the Comfort Inn and Suites in Gurnee, Illinois.
Were there drugs involved on the second night as well?
There was.
Who produced those?
He actually brought those with him.
Now, Obama at that time was a state senator.
I actually had no idea who he was.
And then when did you find out that it was Barack Obama?
Watching the 2004 DNC convention.
Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. Thank you.
And it hit me, and at the time I was just kind of floored.
Good afternoon. My name is Montgomery Blair Sibley. I'm the attorney for Larry Sinclair.
Now, you had this press conference.
I performed fellatio on Senator Obama in the limousine during the time Senator Obama was smoking crack cocaine.
After the press conference, you are arrested
By the D.C. Police Department upon the orders of Beau Biden, Attorney General for Delaware.
So this is Joe Biden's son, Beau Biden.
It is. Apparently he had a grand jury indictment from 2 weeks after I went public on Obama accusing me of theft that never took place.
Shortly before you made these public allegations about Obama, you were contacted, you say, by a man named Donald Young.
Donald Young was the choir director in Jeremiah Wright's church in Chicago.
This is the church Obama attended.
Exactly.
And what did Donald Young tell you?
That he too had intimate relations with Barack Obama and had for years, and that I needed to protect myself, that they were going to come after me.
What happened to him?
He was shot point blank in his apartment in Chicago.
The murder was never solved?
No, it wasn't.
Dudes, I gotta tell you, there are no coincidences in life. There's just really super creepy series of events. I cannot believe that it was Beau Biden, the person who ends up locking up this individual who's coming out against Barack Obama. And Beau Biden, I mean, was Joe Biden selected as the vice president nominee at the time? Was it Joe Biden who was selected? So are they already using the police state? Was this a preview of things to come? Well, Tucker Carlson is going to be interviewing Larry Sinclair, he says. And so I suppose we shall find out. Much more to come on this. Holy smokes. I mean, I guess it's 2023. Nothing surprises me any longer. But y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. Everything about our government, everything about what we believe is actually happening is a lie. It's all a lie. Just assume it's a lie. If it's the official narrative.
I always feel like it was a lie. I always feel like it was a story, created. I always feel like they hide everything, and us as, we're not, us as normal people, we don't really know nothing. And I feel like when people do come forward, they make them look so crazy, and like their story is so drastic to where it's impossible, and we just push it under the rug or don't believe it. when we need to look at everything that people are saying, every evidence and every story that people is coming forward saying, we need to take that into consideration of, how we go about everything.
Expressed by the regime, assume is a lie, and then move on from there. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel to fight communism, the communism that Barack Obama represents. It's your boy Benny. See ya.
And that's the video. Now, do I believe it? Like I say, it's so many times where people can come to you and tell you that someone is gay or they did something gay. And so many people can come to you and tell you. And once it get to a certain amount of people, or, once you have them type of allegations, I don't really put it past you. Me personally, I don't put stuff past nobody, especially nowadays. It's so popular nowadays, so I really don't put it past no one. That's the video, and God bless you.